You know, pedals don't have to cost a lot, they often do, and a lot of the time you get what you pay for, but sometimes these really cheap Chinese pedals can work pretty good. This is the Biyang RV10. It's a Tri-verb. It's got 3 different styles of reverb on it. They call it the baby boom, and I hope neither one of us gets pregnant during this video. We're going to take a look at this. I'm going to talk about how I use it. Paid $10 for it. It's a heck of a cool thing. Let's get it plugged into the amp and we'll see how it sounds. This pedal has the typical toggle switch, like most stomp boxes. This turns the effect on and off. There's a light here that lights up to show you when it's working. There's an A-B switch down here. You have an input side and an output side. You have an A circuit and a B circuit. I don't use this A-B switch. It works in either position, so I'm sure it does something wonderful. I just don't know what that is. At the top is the selector switch that lets you pick your parameters, room, spring, or hall. And of course you have your blend and your time switch. Okay, so what we're using for the rig today to record this video is I've got a Fender DeVille 410 60 watt, no effects on it, no reverb on it. I'm just basically running her fairly flat. I've got my favorite American Standard Telly, nothing special about her. So it's a fairly transparent rig, fairly tinny sounding rig usually, and I think it'll be a good demonstration of what this pedal does. Before we check out the pedal though, I want to give you a sort of a baseline of what the amp and guitar combination sound like dry. So this is on my back pickup. Okay, and then this would be my front pickup. Sounds an awful lot like a Telecaster because it is a Telecaster. Anyway, let's turn on this reverb and get you acquainted with it. We're in the room setting, about halfway up on both sides. And here's that same progression on my bridge pickup. Not too shabby, and if you put a little bit more bottom in it, I'm on my neck pickup now. You can always give it the cave test. So that's the backside. Now, the knobs, if you want, this is the blend knob, so you can turn it all the way down here where you got nothing, no reverb at all. You can crank it up a little bit, get a little bit of that, or you can just go nuts. I don't know why you'd want to, but hey man, far out. Let's bring back the 60s. The right knob is for time, and the time is really, I like to think of it as the bounciness, how long those echoes bounce around. So I'm going to turn it all the way down so it'll be very, very, very short echo. You can't hardly hear it. Bring it up a little bit. You can hear it go on for a little while. Push it out a little further. Here you can hear it ring for a while. So that's the range of what those do. I'm going to put this up into the spring position. I think they believe it's going to sound more like a natural spring reverb on one of the older classic amps. I don't think it sounds like a spring reverb. I think it sounds like a digital reverb, but it's pretty good. It's not terrible. If you put the switch all the way up on the Hall setting, it gives it a different characteristic. The bounces are different. They just sound more angular. So this is what the Hall setting sounds like. You can kind of hear it pump off into the distance. The decay is really long and really slow. It's just kind of a creepy sound. Man, that thing just takes forever to decay, doesn't it? That's kind of the neat thing about this pedal. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible. And I think I paid $10 for this. So, I mean, there's a lot worse pedals you could get out there. You could spend a whole lot more money, assuredly. But I think this Biyang Baby Boom Tri-verb, I think it's really worth taking a look at. If you see one of these and you're interested in kind of a cool, funky little reverb pedal, it's not a bad deal. It gets 2 thumbs up from me. I'd give it 3, but I only have the 2 to give, so there you go. So there you go. That's your pedal. Hey, if you like these videos, why don't you consider subscribing? It keeps us motivated to keep pumping out new videos and lets you know when new ones come out. Stupid guitar tricks, man. We're not trying to change the world, just how you think about guitar. We'll see you on stage, man. Peace.